Hello, I'm sitting here today sweating bullets. It is gorgeous out, but at the same time, it's too gorgeous out. It's so warm out there that I feel like if I turn the wrong way, the sun's gonna hit me and I'm gonna melt. Just turn into a pool. But regardless as to whether or not I melt, today we are planning on doing a little video. Hopefully we're going to get one done for Catherine's hair. But, excuse me, regardless, we are doing a video about, you guessed it, the death races. Today is the 28th. So, the people who will be participating in the death races will be starting to arrive soon. And tomorrow there is going to be a welcoming for all the racers who have gotten into town and are going to be participating. So I will be finding out where all that lovely stuff is going to be taking place, and we will be recording it all, and we will post it for you and let you know what is going on. I believe it will be taking place in Central Park, which is right across from the church in town here, the Catholic Church. So there should be plenty of room for a bunch of stuff to be set up. Maybe we'll get lucky and there might even be the odd horse we might see there. Don't know why we would, but I'm a sucker for horses. And anyhow, I'm going to make sure that I get all the information I possibly can that has to do with the death races this year. That way I can keep everybody up to date. And if you have never heard of the Canadian death races, then you can watch the video that I did prior to this about the death races. Basically, all that it is pardon me, there are a number of people who travel from place to place, and every year at this time they come to Grand Cache, and they come from out of town, and people in town participate, and what they do is race up and down 3 of our beautiful mountains that are surrounding my awesome hometown of Grande, Alberta. They race up and down those mountains, and trust me, they are not easy mountains to maneuver. They are given bear spray, which is a good thing to take. They have very large cowbells, which are also good to take. And basically anything they could think of that would be able to help aid them if a large bear came along and decided it was going to say hello or make them their meat. It's meal. Pardon me. Got a frog in my throat today. But it's not only a hard thing to do, it is a very dangerous thing. So the fact that there actually is a gentleman that does it every year, who is an elderly man that I believe is in his 70s, but he has not a bit of fat on him. He's all muscle, and he's a very healthy gentleman. He goes up and down those mountains every year and participates. But not only is it something that is quite impressive when you think of of all the work people put into it by going up and down those 3 mountains. The race is a 24-hour race. So I know myself, I could not go up and down a mountain within 24 hours. Not even one, let alone people going up and down 3 mountains within 24 hours. Now everybody gathers around the finishing line, and there are constantly racers coming in. Constantly. As soon as the race for the adults is finished, the race for the kids starts. Yes, there's one for kids too, but it isn't quite as difficult. The race for the kids is only within a few hours, and they enjoy it immensely, have a great ball doing it. Only I found out this year that all of the businesses in town that had always participated in the death races through every other year are not allowed to participate this year because the town of Grande is doing it all. So I'm kind of curious as to what is going to be happening on the death races. How many people are going to have all of the death race flags and shirts and all that other stuff being displayed? Catherine and I went into the pool yesterday, and when we went there, we noticed they had some death race shirts and death race pants and a death race hoodie displayed up there. So I asked to see what they would cost and found out that they couldn't sell them. They only had them there for display, which I find to be very confusing. There are no places in town that are allowed to sell any death race stuff. Only the town itself and the vendors that are going to be out during death races can sell it. Which means it'll cost even more. Surprise, surprise. This town's doing anything and everything that it can to try and save itself because of decisions that were made before that maybe weren't so smart. For instance, spending money on improving things that didn't need improvement instead of using that money to better businesses that needed it. The school I went to, the high school I went to when I was a kid here, had not changed at all for years. And now, during the summer holiday, they're tearing everything down and rebuilding it. And I don't even know if they're going to have it all finished by the time the school year starts in again. A young man that I spoke to before the end of the school year said that his classroom was leaking because it rained and there was a hole in the roof because of the work they were doing. So, just a little footnote from myself to the town of Grande. Get your head on, right? And think before you act. Do you seriously need to be spending $1.5 tons of money on a fountain in front of the rec center that only serves the purpose of looking good? Or on making the pool in the rec center bigger, adding a sauna, adding a steam room, adding a hot tub, a wave pool, all this stuff they added. It's all nice enough, but the town didn't need it. The town needs that money now for much more important things, which is why everybody in this town, the majority of people that have grown up here, like myself, are getting sick of the simple fact that there's no money to be had. You could be working here your whole life and then you're let go. You're let go because no one's got money and no one can keep people that are employed with them. The mine here had always threatened to close itself down. It was always in a threat to close down. I never believed it before. But now, I don't have a mine anymore. And I've always taken a great deal of pride in being able to say, I can sing the song Coal Miner's Daughter and actually have it be true. But now, it's just very sad because a lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot. And I wish that a lot more people looked at things the way Catherine does, obviously, because she's in the background there doing her silly little noises. But still, regardless, footnote to the town of Grand Cache. Wake up, smell the coffee, and find out the truth.
Mom?
Sitting right in front of you.
Mom?
You're spending money foolishly.
Mom?
And one more little oomph that won't be as bad as my little complaining right now. Tomorrow, again, I will be doing another video, Catherine and I both. And just a reminder, we will be going down and checking out all the stuff that is going on for the death races. Find out how much more money the town is spending on that. So, I will definitely talk to you guys tomorrow. And thank you for putting up with my little rant and rave about the way this town has been spending the money that it doesn't have and spending it extremely foolishly. So, all kinds of small businesses have had to be shut down. But at the same time that small businesses are being shut down, other businesses that are opening businesses that are... This town has way too many restaurants. Way too many restaurants.
Mom?
There's not that many people here.
Mom?
So, anyhow, if you found any of this at all interesting, and if you didn't, either way, feel free to leave a comment. And if you did like it, do a little thumbs up and give us the like. And if you haven't yet and are interested to hear what we might be talking about in the future, or you would like to learn how to do some hairstyles or crocheting, knitting, any little crafts that might come along, just hit the little